Hello and welcome to the DRS show. I am your cricket expert Hac Himel here, and today we're going to talk about the Bangladesh and West Indies Test series. We have a guest all the way from the West Indies. We have Mr. Kapil here, and let's invite him to our studio. So, hello, Caps.
Hey, hey,
How are
hey.
you?
Well, excited for the series. Thanks for having me, and hope I can provide some good insight into the upcoming three-match test series here with West Indies and Bangladesh. So, yeah, let's get at it.
First question I have for you is that you have seen the squads, and what do you think about the West Indian batting order?
Well, yeah, the batting order for West Indies has been a bit of a worry for some years now, right? They haven't been producing enough runs. They haven't been a consistent order. They haven't been there's not enough experience there. I would also say a lot of rotation amongst players. One game is this player, one game is that player. So there's a lot of instability in the batting order, and they have had some success in the Test arena, especially beating Australia in Australia for the first time in nearly 30 years. But that was due to the bowling, which I'm sure we will come to a very potent bowling attack. But if there's any series, like a defining series for some of these batsmen, I think it would be this Bangladesh series here. They need to step up or ship out, as you say, the Caribbean. If you don't step up at this series, especially, I think the captain, Craig Braffett, needs to show some sort of form because the captaincy clearly isn't working for him in terms of his production of runs. So I think he needs to have a big series. But in saying that, it's also a series to sort of use as a transition into future series against let's say more big opposition like the Indians, the Australians. They need to really put their head down in this series and get some sort of momentum going forward because it's not going to get easier. I'm not saying Bangladesh is an easy team, but I'm saying this is a series where they need to stamp their authority. But I think the battle lineup would probably be Braffett, Michael Louis, Atenes, Casey Carty, Justin Greaves. Justin Greaves is in a rich vein of form in the ongoing 50 over tournament in the West Indies. He recently broke a record of three consecutive hundreds. So I think he is coming to the series with a lot of form. But these guys really need to step up. Even the keeper, Josh Silva, he needs also to show some sort of form, contributing consistently in the 30s and 40s in the series.
Yes. Yes, I like to see some runs from Carty is there and Prophet is there, and like to see some runs from Greaves also. And
Yeah.
what do you think about the West Indies bowling? It's been very great with Shamar Joseph and Gurbachev.
Yeah. I think West Indies has a very potent seam attack now, comparable to many of the better nations. You have Shama Joseph, Alzari Joseph, you have Jaden Seals, and you also have the returning Kima Roach, which is four very good fast bowlers in any condition. And I think they have the ability to take 20 wickets against most Test play nations once they keep that consistency. The four of them also complement each other because each bowler brings a certain degree of something new. Shama with his raw pace, you have Seals with his control, Kimaruch with his experience, Alzari with his pace, fire, aggression. So each one of them complement each other. And I think the pace attack of the West Indies is what will give them the edge in this series. They have the slight edge in this series, one being at home, one being more familiar with the conditions, but one also with the pace attack is what will set, I think, the two teams apart in this tournament. They have a very potent attack, and I would play all four of them, um, and without a spinner. But they might want to play a spinner, and if I were to pick the team tomorrow, I would actually play the four fast bowlers that I mentioned and Warrican just to sort of complement, buy some overs, pick up a couple wickets, keep it tight in one end, while the fast bowlers get a breather. So I would actually play the five fast bowlers in the first test and see how it goes. They have the ability to get the 20 wickets and just be a little more aggressive.
Okay, so my next question will be, who are the young players and rather unknown players who you think will shine and do well in this series?
If you go to the unknowns, I mentioned Michael Louis. I think he might get a chance at the top order. But if you ask me what I'm expecting of two of the more promising young players is I'm expecting a lot from Kati. In this series, he came off 100 in the recent one day series. So I expecting big things from him. He has shown glimpses of being that kind of class batsman. He has a lot of similarities to a batsman like Marlon Samuels. He hits a lot of good shots down the ground, especially off the back foot. If it was recently concluded CPL, so the two batsmen, in addition to the skipper, two of the younger, more right batsmen in international cricket, I would expect big things from in this series is Kati and Graves. Graves just because he has a lot of form coming into the tournament. I mean, scoring 300s back to back in any form of the game is not easy. So I'm really expecting two of these guys to have a lot of production in this series.
And have you seen the Bangladesh squad and what do you think about Bangladeshi team and what do you expect from them?
I do expect a good fight from the Bangladeshis. They are a young team. There's a lot of new faces. Without their talisman Sakib, and I do expect them to compete in the series, especially with their spinners. And West Indies has proven in the past that they're not really that good of playing spin in any condition. So I think that is where Bangladesh could really attack the West Indies batting lineup, which again I remember I mentioned that it's quite unstable at the moment, still trying to find a way. So um, I really coming leading into the tournament thought that it would be the West Indies Pacers versus the Bangladeshi spinners, and that could be the narrative of the series. And yeah, it could really swing either way. But I gave West Indies a slight edge, but again, I do not trust a good spin lineup against this current West Indies Test team. So there is an opening for Bangladesh to come here and actually win the series. A lot of youth, so they will be willing to show what they have to offer again moving forward in future series. So, and Bangladesh has traditionally traveled well to the Caribbean. They have done well here in the past in tests, holding out in a couple of draws and stuff. So, yeah, and also the weather could play a part because we are in the rainy season in the Caribbean. There are a lot of rain in and around the Caribbean, especially in the last month or so. So rain could be a factor. So again, the series is wide open. Although I give West Indies the slight edge, the series is wide open, and it's really about applying the cricket on the day.
So we have the Bangladeshi bowling attack. You have seen Shariful, we have Nahid Rana, we have Taskin Ahmed, we have Hassan Mahmood. All four of them, I think all four of them should play. Have you seen any of them bowl?
I enjoy watching Taskin Ahmed bowl, not because he is the most talented or the quickest or swings the ball the most, but you can see the fight every time he plays cricket, whether Bangladesh is about to lose, whether they are winning, whether the game is in a even balance. He always gives 100%. I always watch him and think that this guy could get a wicket anytime because you could see in his run up, you could see in his intention that he's there for a purpose. So I enjoy watching Taskin Ahmed bowl actually.
So Bangladesh will play their first game in Antigua. And what do you think about the Antigua ground? Is it pace friendly or batting friendly, spin friendly? What do you think about it?
I think there will be even spread something in it for the bowlers in the early stages. Traditionally, Antigua wickets has been on the flatter end, but I know recently a lot of work in the Caribbean has been going into producing more cricket wickets. So I think the bowlers will have a lot of say in this game, especially in the early part of the game when the wicket is more ripe, there's more moisture in the wicket, a little bit of grass, especially in the rainy season here. There will be a lot of moisture in the early days. So I honestly think with the toss and the ball, and you see that how well you could extract the conditions from the wicket, and it should get easier or better to bat as you move along. But in initial stages, it might be a little challenging. Um, Again, because of the conditions in the Caribbean at this current time. But expect a good cricket wicket. Obviously, in the fourth and fifth day, if the spinners come into play, they would impact the game, as any test wicket would imply. But I expect it to be more pace friendly.
Well, if you have pace friendly wickets, that means it's game over for Bangladesh because we are very. It's going to be difficult because it's going to be bouncy and it's going to be very tough for the batters. But anyways, we can expect some fight back. We can expect some fight back from Bangladesh. Yeah. And are you going to match Shakib Al Hasan?
Well, I mean, as Shakib Al Hassan fan as myself, I saw him at the 2007 World Cup when they defeated India in that famous upset. Actually, I was there behind the scenes as a water boy. I was a water boy for that World Cup. So I would have been out there in the drinks break, and you could see the Indian team deflate every time you go out. The writing was on the wall much longer than the game suggested. I think that day just wasn't was written. The stars for Bangladesh and Saqib was at the realm of that upset him, Tamin, and I think Mushfiqur made 50s in that game, and they were all teenagers. So overall, they are my three favorite Bangladeshi players. And Saqib, obviously one of the top all rounders. Any format of the game, I would like to see him in this series, especially. He would have been very testing for the West Indian batsmen because there are a lot of right-handers also in that lineup. So he would have been um, a weapon there for Bangladesh. So they missed that trick by him not being here. But I mean, it is what it is. But you always want to see the big players from the nations come and play when visiting the West Indies. So yeah, obviously you'll be a miss being that big name for over 20 years on our TV, for nearly 20 years.
As we are missing Shakib, I think Miraj will take his place, and in the same time we have Taijul Islam as a left-arm spinner. So we have big shoes to fill. We have to try extra batter and extra bowler just to fill up that big hole that Shakib have left.
Yeah, but I mean, mention if I was a captain, I have a lot of left hand spin at my disposal. I would be looking to attack the Western right-handers in this series. So I mean, it'll be really a good test for both teams with bat and ball, and it'll be an intriguing contest, a well balanced contest.
Another Bangladeshi team is in the Caribbean. It's the Global Super League.
Yeah.
So you have your team, Guyana, and we have my team, Rangpur. What do you think about that fight?
Um, well, again, this is something new, something innovative. It reminds me of when the Stanford tournament began back in 2006, I think it was. It was something novel. We didn't know what to expect. All we know that it was a big prize money, and teams would come here, play hard cricket to win it, and we were all entertained. So I expect the same sort of cricket. On a note on the cricketing aspect, I think any team going to play Guyana Amazon Warriors in Guyana is going to be hard. They are a fortress there. Um, Not many teams go there and win. Um, if the teams do win there, it's in a final, as you saw this year in the CPL. It's very hard to beat them there. So I think they are the favorites just because of the fans. They have very passionate, hostile fans. Honestly, they are very hostile towards the opposition. They have a well balanced team. They are well coached. The conditions they know to a T. They are led well by Tahir. So again, it's going to be hard for these teams to come here and win. And I expect Ghana to be in and around the final. So let's see how it goes. But again, that's just on paper. You have to come and play the cricket. So again, Ranpur has a lot of spinners, right?
So I will just expect Guyana and Rangpur to play the final. That will be best thing too. We have Rangpur. We have Sheikh Mehdi Hassan, the other Mehdi Hassan. You know,
Yeah, I know,
similar
I
name,
know. Yeah,
Sheikh Mehdi Hassan,
yeah.
and we have Rishad Hossain, the leg spinner, and we have Arafat Sani, left arm spinner. Yeah,
What about
and
the foreign players? You have any foreign
foreign players
players?
we have Wayne Madsen is from County Cricket. We have Matthew Ford from West
Yeah.
Indies. We have him. Yeah, so the kind of players. Oh, do you know that Bangladeshi current coach is from the West Indies, Phil Simmons?
Yeah, he's a past coach. Yeah, yeah. He had two stints at West Indies. So again, that could be something that could play into the hands of the Bangladesh in this series, where he knows the team pretty well, he knows the conditions. So again, it'll be a very tough outing for both teams because they both have their pros and cons. But I just think that the West Indian pace attack is world class. It's borderline world class. There are a lot of four fast bowlers. Is really good, potent fast bowlers. So it'll be interesting to watch.
Okay, thanks for talking to us and thanks for giving us the time. And we will see you after this series and we'll talk more about it. And any last words before the series starts?
Just good luck to both teams. enjoy some of the cricket streaming from the Caribbean. I hope you guys enjoy the product. Visit one day. I mean, it's one community, one cricketing community, whether it's Bangladesh, West Indian. We're all cricket fans and enjoy the game as it pans out. And good luck to both teams.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the other side of the series. And good luck to Bangladesh and West Indies. May we have a good series without any rain and interruptions. Thank
Yeah.
you.